Hello Internet and fellow network engineers, I'm Maxim. Welcome to my channel. I share practical network design tips and tricks with you to help you elevate your skills. Let's talk about something that's often a challenge in IT, professional education and certification. They can be pricey, creating a significant barrier for those who are just in the beginning of their career. But what if I told you that there is a way to access high-quality resources without breaking the bank? In today's video, I'll show you how Juniper Networks is changing the game. Whether you are a high school or college student, beginning IT professional, or someone looking to advance in networking, security, cloud, or automation, this information is for you. From free educational materials to cost-effective certification programs, we'll cover all of the tools Juniper offers to help you build your career. Let's dive in and unlock these opportunities together. The first part of the video will be focusing the educational materials and resources which are available for free from Juniper. It will also, I will explain how you can get them, where you can get them. Then we'll compare the difference between paid and free educational courses. Next, I will show my recommended path for the very beginners into the networking using Juniper offers and materials. And finally, in this part of the video, I'll show you 5 best free educational courses, in my opinion. In the video part 2, you will see a more shift of the focus towards certification. We'll describe how Juniper certification program look like, how you can certify and recertify certifications, what special offers and programs Juniper provide to you. We'll also discuss preparation strategies. So I'll show my recommended preparation strategies utilizing the best promotions from Juniper as well as free resources to prepare for all 8 certification tracks. And finally, I'll explain how you can get the affordable hands-on lab practice with Juniper virtual devices. So this is part 1. First, we'll start with, again, resources and materials available from Juniper Networks for free. We'll start on this slide. We'll basically go from the left to the right. This is an overview slide, and next we'll go through all of these blocks. So the first and the most important resource is a learning portal. This is how the main page looks like. There is a link. Also, link is available in the description. Here you go to the website, you click on register, and then you create your account, which again can be created if you are a customer of Juniper and if you are not as well. So again, if you would like to utilize important resources like Elevate Community, Juniper Virtual Labs, educational resources in the Learning Portal, or just browse product information, you're welcome to create your own account. And as soon as you register your account, you log in, and then this is what we are looking for. You will see this free and get started for free icon in the bottom of the page. This is where you will find all the free resources we'll be talking about in this video and in part 2. So this is how you can access them. So Learning Portal provides a ton of educational resources, including the free learning courses. And the learning courses, they are split into separate different categories. So we'll go through each of them. The first category is called Technology Introduction Courses. On the right side, you can see how you can find them in the interface. So you can click on that free button, and then you can search for the Technology Introduction Courses, and here where you will find these courses. Again, getting started with networking, cloud, Wi-Fi. Great resources to start if you haven't touched it before. Then there is a section additional free training resources. Here and later in the videos, you will see different color matchings, and the color in these, you can look at the right corner, bottom corner, you will see matches to certain difficulty level. So green is foundational, orange intermediate, and red advanced. Next, you will see a dedicated section just for the associate level courses. And here you will see there in the Juniper certification program, there are 7 different A-level exams. And each of them has a dedicated free course to help you prepare to it. And Jane Sayed Junas has even 2 optional paths. There is a regular course, which has been just updated this month. And also there is a fast track course. If you're migrating or if you have some Cisco background, you can use that course and get transition to Juniper terminology and interface and operating system quicker. And also for each of them separately. Yeah. Also, you will see this prefix Open Learning. This is one the partially name of the program. Yep. Next, you will see a specialist level free courses, right, available for the enterprise track, service provider, security, and even wireless Mist AI course. The only difference for the Mist AI is that these courses require a prerequisite of certain Aruba or Cisco wireless certifications. So you need to have them already to qualify for getting these courses for free. And then professional level educational courses, yes, you can get them for free. So this is quite awesome. Again, it always makes sense to go from start to and go deeper and deeper. So you can, let's say, take a course and then certify a level and then go get a specialist course and etc., and go further and further. But this is great value. Next resource is certification practice exams. So this is something very useful. Here in the bottom you can see like a small screenshot of the Juniper certification program certificates, and basically this resource has practice exams which you can again test yourself before going to the exam for each of the available written Juniper certification exams. Again, it's a great way to verify that if you're ready for the exam. It is free to use, and also it is very useful if you're doing recertification, right? And then you just need to review and refresh your knowledge level. Next option is Juniper provides you a free video catalog of training courses. So you can find a ton of videos. Actually, there are more than 320 videos there on the variety of topics. It is great for bite-sized learning. And they are generally under 10-15 minutes each. So I just separated and categorized them for you so you can briefly have a high level view. There are Juno's basic topics for different things like how operating system works, how different features work, etc. So you can have a look. So next there are dedicated videos for service provider routing and switching of different topics and different difficulty levels. Same for enterprise switching, data center. So if you see any category which are of your interest, you just go and have a look. Security, cloud, the DevOps and automation. Then there are videos dedicated for certain hardware platforms. So which can be very useful if you, let's say, planning to buy certain equipment, or if you have, let's say, if you interact with that piece of equipment at work, this can be a very useful piece of information for you. And also there are videos dedicated for a lab practice, so how you can deploy certain virtual devices, interact with the cloud versions of the products, etc. Next place where you can find free educational materials from Juniper is the Mist AI portal. So there is a link here. You go for the web page, you click login in the top, and then you see the login window, and then you can see that there is an option for the registration. You go through the registration form, you select your region, go through the form, and then you have your MIST account. So, and right after you log in with your MIST account, this is the interface you will see. And then in the bottom of your organization, which you can create your own test or lab organization. And when you do that, in the bottom you will see something called MIST Courses. So this is where you will find your MIST free educational materials. And this is the snapshot of all the courses available here on the MIST portal. They include basic information for the certification. There are separate location services, access assurance, Marvis, wired assurance, etc. Next resource, which is quite useful, is called Juniper Day One books. So these are books written on a variety of technical topics by professionals, which you can available to download for free. There is an option to buy paper books if you prefer. This is a great resource to take a closer look or deeper look into the technology or a certain design. The next one is Jumpstart Junos program. There is a link to it. So this is a quite interesting resource. It provides 6 different courses, which you can again get access for free. And these are 2-hour classes, instructor-led or on-demand, depending on what you prefer, on different topics. There are fundamental course, intermediate, and advanced course, as well as dedicated courses for automation, security, and switching. Great resource, again, free to use. I recommend having a look. Next one is Juniper YouTube channel. So there is a channel where you can find quite interesting videos. So they are not necessarily very technically detailed, but it's a great option to keep up with the news, what's happening with Juniper, like latest trends and things like that. Something you can utilize. Next one is Juniper Elevate community. So this is a large Juniper technical community. You can register there. Basically, you don't need to register. There is a single credential set for Learning Portal and for Elevate community. So you just need a single account. You can ask your questions, engage in conversation. You can search through the large database of already answered questions and requests. You can find me there. So I'll be posting there information about this video series, as well as different useful and handful PDF files for you. So you will learn more about it in part 2. Yep. So this is also a great resource where you can meet other network engineers who are, again, working with Juniper or you're preparing for Juniper certifications. Next resource is Juniper Tech Library, and this is a very interesting resource. Again, you can either use direct link or you can go use a link from Learning Portal, so wherever you like. And this is how the interface look like as soon as you go inside. And I would like to highlight a few things here for you to notice. You can see let's start with this line, which is above. You have documentation, and then there are 3 buttons. So the first button is license guide. So this is where you can find all answers if you have a license question, like what license do I need, what license is applicable, or what each license means, right? What is basically in license bundles, etc., etc. Next button is Quick Start. So this holds the whole bunch of quick start guides for different platforms, which may be useful if you just, let's say, trying to initially deploy certain hardware. Next one is validated designs, and this is it can be useful if you are trying to design something or validate a certain design of yours, or you would like to stick to a vendor recommended design. This is the place to go. And this is just a small screenshot, but there is a lot more where you can find different designs for branch, security, campus, etc., etc. Next, there is a black line below it, and you can find something called CLI Explorer. And this is where you can check different configuration and operational commands for the Junos OS, which command means what, etc., etc. Next thing is Feature Explorer. So Feature Explorer can give you answer what platform with what code support what feature. And also you can do a search on a feature. Let's say you can search as an MPv3, and then you can find, let's say, what Juniper hardware platforms support it starting from what code version. So it can be very useful if you're trying to, let's say, research what kind of platform you need, which supports certain features. Next, called Hardware Compatibility Tool. This is where you can find all supported line cards, modules, and transceivers for your equipment. And finally, Port Checker. Port Checker can show you a visual representation of your port interface card, PIC, or MPC, module port concentrator, port combination which are valid and not valid, because different ports can run at a variety of speeds, and some combinations can be valid and invalid. Also, you have a search, which you can again search through the documentation, etc., etc. So this is again great resource for engineers. So now I'll do a quick demo for you of the learning portal. So as I mentioned, usually you will go to register or a login if you have already created an account. So then you will scroll down and you will find Get Started for Free button, and you click it. So then you scroll down, and here you will see the migrating from Cisco to Juniper training module, right? So we'll discuss it in part 2, but this is where you can find it. And then you start scrolling down, and this is where you can see over here associate level. So this is where you will see all the associate level free educational courses. Then you scroll down, you can see specialist level, and you can click on this plus to unfold it. This is all the specialist level information. And then you have professional level and free educational courses here. Then you have expert level, and we'll cover this program in part 2, but this is where you can find it. Then we can scroll down and you can see technology introduction courses. Then you can see Juniper certification resources. Again, we don't touch it just now. It will be covered in the part 2, but you can also look, see certification practice exams, which we just discussed as well. Educational free training resources. Again, additional courses, plus you can see day 1 books. You can see Elevate Community, Juniper YouTube channel, Tech Library, and Jumpstart Junos, just what we discussed. So this is under additional resources here. And then you can see Networking Career Kickstart program. So we'll talk about it in the part 2. Yeah, then you can see additional resources. You can see general program information in the bottom. And next step is to compare. So what's the difference between paid course and free course? Which one should I choose, right? So from the content perspective, both free and paid course, they have great professional up-to-date content inside. But what is important, the paid version comes with lab practice, exercises, lab guide, things like that, and you get the practice experience from that course. While free version of that same, but the educational course doesn't. So it means you need to cover the practice block somehow differently, right? So which again, we'll talk about the practice and getting hands-on affordably in the part 2, but this is the difference. Next, instructor-led online or in-person option for the paid class. So it means you will be interacting with a human. Optionally, you can do on demand as well, but optionally you can interact with a human. You will have instructor, you can ask your question, you have other people in the group. This is great. Next is on demand. Again, we can see two check marks, so they are both available in on demand. And then certificate of achievement. If you go with the paid version, you finally get a certificate, which you can again use for your employer or for yourself. And because you have this certificate of achievement, what you can do with the paid course, you can use that certificate to recertify your existing certifications. With a free course, you don't have that option. So this is what I would recommend for beginners if they start their career, again, the high school or college students. Just have a look what you can do with the free Juniper resources. First of all, let's look at the right side. And if you see something pink or purple, this is the location of resource, whether you can get it from Learning Portal or from Mist AI Cloud. And then you can see green, orange, and red. They mean the difficulty level, right? And in this case, we'll start from bottom and we go to the top. First, I recommend with the technology introduction course for networking, which gives just an overview of how network actually works. Then the Jumpstart Junos program, fundamentals course. It gives you slow, gradual experience touching and learning about Junos. Next, day one books. There is a great book, Beginner's Guide to Junos. Then I recommend to get some lab practice. Again, remember, this is, you will need to find your own hands-on experience, right? It can be either probably at this point it will be like a virtual labs or something else. Again, stay tuned for part 2. Then the main course, educational open learning course for JNCIA Junos. Again, this is very thorough course, great course. Then there is an option to do a voucher assessment test and earn an exam discount voucher. Details coming later. And then certification practice exam, so you can check your readiness by taking that test exam. And then finally you register in Pearson and you schedule your JN0 105 exam, and finally you pass it and you get your JNCIA Junos certificate. So this is what I recommend for beginners in the affordable free way. Then if you're a Cisco engineer, this is what I recommend for you if you are transitioning to Juniper. A Jumpstart Junos program is great. Again, depending on your current level, you can go with fundamentals, intermediate, or advanced course as well. Day one books. There are 3 great day one books dedicated for iOS engineers. Then additional free training resources provide a great course, which is called Juniper Switching for Cisco engineers. And these courses are great because they help you transition. They show you examples for the iOS and then examples for Junos. So this is something very useful. Lab practice, again, this is very important to, again, do at least some kind of basic commands, basic configurations, just to get familiar. And then JNCIA Junos, again, you have this fast track course from CCNA to JNCIA. Voucher assessment test. You can also get a discounted voucher for your exam. Practice your exam, and then Pearson exam and certification. There is another option for Cisco engineers if you pursue wireless certifications for Mist. So you can utilize JNCIA Mist AI course, and then you can do a voucher assessment test, again get a discount, right? And then you practice, you get A-level certificate, and then as soon as you get JNCIA certificate, you have the prerequisite to go to S-level wireless, specialist level wireless. And when you go there, you have a dedicated course if you're migrating from Cisco wireless to Juniper Mist AI. But for this specific course, you need to have a prerequisite. You need to have a certain Cisco certificate active to qualify. So, and then you proceed and go for the exam, and also you have an option for the discounted voucher. Yep, and finally, so what I would like to show you, again, I've attended almost every course of these, and this is my top 5 of the courses. So I really enjoyed, if you go from bottom to top, the MPLS Fundamentals, great course. Missed AI Associate, again, don't think about associate as a like brief, like simple course. Sometimes they are packed with the interesting information and materials. So they are really awesome. Then DevOps and Automation course is great. And again, my king 2 courses for the service provider track, layer 2 VPN and layer 3 VPNs. So these are like extraordinary value, especially available for free for you. So just take advantage while Juniper provides so great options. We have finished part 1 of the Juniper Education and Certification video series. Please join me in part 2, where we'll explore the certification program and different offers Juniper provide for you.